So, something really unexpected got announced in the 6.5 special program on Friday, and if you blinked you might have missed the real twist. Everyone is talking about the new character and the new areas, but the thing that instantly split the community is the FONTAINE Chronicled wish, because it is not what most people pictured when they heard FONTAINE. Quick reminder before anything else. The live stream dropped 3 redemption codes worth 100 Primo Gems each, and they expire fast. I always post them the moment they drop, plus every extra code we get during the version, so if you want the free Primo Gems without stress, make sure to subscribe. Alright, banners first, because that is the backbone of planning. Phase 1 is Linnea and Chaska. Phase 2 is Llama and Nefert. And then, in Phase 2, we also get a FONTAINE Chronicled wish featuring Chlorinde, Nivea, Emily, Siegewin, and Linnea. That means the second half is basically a double banner situation where you have normal reruns and a special pool running at the same time, which already makes planning harder than usual. And here is why people are conflicted. When players imagined a FONTAINE Chronicled banner, a lot of them expected the big names that usually define FONTAINE discussions. Nivolette, Arlecchino, the units you see in every showcase. None of them are here, and that is why the reaction was not "let's go." It was more like, wait, that's the pool? It is not that the 5 picks are useless. It is just that the banner does not match the hype picture many people built in their heads. On top of that, it is only 5 characters, which makes it feel more like a tight shopping list than a big celebration pool. And one more thing that adds salt. We do not get Furina on a normal limited banner next to it, so the classic region banner plus Archon feeling is missing this time. The usual pattern for the past Chronicled wishes was the Archon, plus his region on the banner. Here, the spotlight is split across Nefer and Llama on one side and the FONTAINE pool on the other, and some players simply wanted that extra "this is FONTAINE week" moment. To be fair though, if you personally wanted Chlorinde or Nivea, this is still a real opportunity. Linnea has his fans, Siegewin has her niche, and Emily has grown on a lot of people over time. The point is just that the community expected a different direction, and that is why this banner is causing arguments instead of instant hype. Now, a small but important roadmap note from the stream. Remember that silhouette picture from before with Lehen, Varka, Nicole, Linnea, and one unknown shape? This program basically confirmed the last unknown silhouette has an Anemo vision. So yes, another Anemo character is on the way, and Hoyoverse wanted us to notice it early. Also, Sandrone still not being in that silhouette line keeps the door open for changes later on, which is exactly why planning ahead is getting harder every month, especially with Snezhnaya slowly getting closer in the background. Okay, now let us talk about the new 5-star, because Linnea is actually a stacked support package. She is a Geobao user, a Fae from Snezhnaya, and she fights with her companion Lumi, who flies around, deals damage, and basically does half the work while you rotate. In simple words, Linnea gives you 3 things that Geo teams always want: off-field damage, comfort, and real value that stays active even when she is not on screen. Lumi being on the field reduces enemy Geo resistance, Linnea boosts lunar crystallized damage for the team based on her defense, and her burst heals while keeping Lumi active as a support. She also converts Hydro and Geo Crystallize into Lunar Crystallize, which is why people instantly connected her to Zebai teams as another premium piece next to Aluga and Columbina. Her skill is basically tap for steady pressure, feed Lumi to charge, then cash out with a big Lunar Crystallize hit, and her burst is the safety button that tops the team up and keeps the engine running. She even has little open world utility like breaking or with Lumi's hammer and rounding up small animals easier, which is not meta, but it is the kind of thing that makes a character feel good to own. The stream also confirmed her story quest setup. The Spirit Envoy Championship, a companion competition where the Traveler joins in, and you can earn Primo Gems and Linnea Ascension materials by clearing it in the event window. So if you pull her early, you will want to do that quest early too. Now the maps, because 6.5 is doing 2 different kinds of exploration. First, we finally get Dornman Port. It is north of Cider Lake, and it used to be a threat detection outpost, but now it is Mondstadt's main commercial port. Expect ships, windmills, that cozy Mondstadt vibe, plus some new secrets and a notice board angle, and yes, Lehen shows up again there. The port is also tied to a creepy side of Mondstadt with that abandoned sanitarium on Windrest Peak, so the patch is not only cute port town, it also has that abandoned, windy, weird feeling. But the bigger surprise is that Dornman port is not the only new place. The statue path at the summit opens a route into the sky and leads to the Temple of Space, a separate realm tied to Asmoday. Think Enkanomiya style, its own rules, its own atmosphere, and a theme built around space. You get a helper named Dex, basically a mysterious hand that opens new spaces inside puzzles and areas. The temple has elevated landscapes inspired by different civilizations, so it is like a museum of fragments, but with traps. It is guarded by watchers that go on alert if you break the rules, and there is even an eerie failure space called an apathic interval. So yeah, it sounds like Hoyoverse is leaning into that unknown god energy again. And if you want the practical part, we also get a new open-world boss. One watcher escaped and is now outside Dornman Port as Watcher, Fallen Vigil, and it drops Linnea's ascension materials. So even if you do not care about lore, you will care about this boss the moment you start leveling her. Events next. The main event is a Nodcry Trade Expo hosted by the Voynich Guild, and it is basically chaos in a suit, because free trade means people are selling wild stuff, disputes happen, and Nefer calls the Traveler in as support. And yes, rewards are the real headline. You can invite Jahoda for free. If you skipped her banner or just never got her, this is the patch that fixes it. On top of that, we have a FONTAINE Flash Cuts filming event where you direct short clips, a Mondstadt surveying and mapping challenge with Mika, new character anecdotes, ley line overflow returning for double drops, and Genius Invocation updates including Ano and Dahlia as new cards plus a new monster card. So even outside the main event, there is plenty to do. Miliastra Wonderland also gets a chunky update with a knight and dragon vibe, new cosmetics, more editor tools, and customization like sprint effects. Even if you never touch the creator side, there are still free rewards tied to quests, so it is worth checking and claiming what you can. And yes, for everyone asking, there was no huge quality of life headline in this program. No big finally we fixed this moment. This stream was mostly banners, content, maps, and events. So that is the full picture. Tell me in the comments what you think about the FONTAINE Chronicled Wish Pool. Are you happy with these 5, or did you expect the Nuvolette and Arlecchino type of lineup? And are you pulling Linnea for Lunar Crystallize, or are you skipping and saving for what comes after, especially with Snezhnaya getting closer patch by patch? We're on the road to 20,000 subs, which would be massive. So if you want codes the second they drop, and you want these breakdowns right away, sub if you are not already, and I will see you in the next one.